Hello, hello, hello. Welcome everyone to JLABTV. I am JLAB and this is Football Manager 2021, the Youth Academy Challenge Save with Siena. We're at the last day of the season. We're looking at the ratio, the turnover ratio in Serie A, and we have actually got one of the best for that because we're only spending 23% of our turnover in our wages. So 35.5 million is being spent in wages, and only 23% of that goes into the turnover. So yeah, we're looking very nice, actually. And the fact that Genoa have 86% tells me a lot. The fact that Lazio actually have the second highest is interesting, but Juventus only spending 37% of wages of the turnover, which is very interesting. I never realized how much it was interesting. So the average team actually has 54%, which honestly is not great if you want to be sustainable, but I can see why some teams do it. But if you like these kind of videos, be sure to like and share this video. And to subscribe to the channel really does help me a lot. And even comment down below because the YouTube algorithm loves your comments. Literally, it'll eat it up and it'll help me be found more. So, anyway, we've actually had quite a few games since the last minute. And we've got one more game left of the season. And it's quite important. So, let's go over the games we've had since the last minute, shall we? So the first game we had was a home match against Bar in the league, and we were behind inside 9 minutes after Ronaldo scored that effort. I'm not going to try and pronounce his actual name, but I'm going to go with that. Anyway, we equalised in the 70th minute of the game via Tina found by JLABTV to make it 1-1, and then we managed to get a last gasp winner. I say last gasp. It was 79 minutes in, but JLABTV gets the goal. 2-1, last goal of the game. A very important match where we got all 3 points, so 2 wins in the bounce since we beat Torino last time out, and looking promising, wouldn't you agree? The next match we had was against our fierce rivals, Fiorentina, and we were 1-0 down quite early on because we couldn't understand what was going on. I say early on, it was 73 minutes in, and it was Santatino with the finish, and then Bertolino scored in the 89th minute after we tried to go attacking, very attacking, and we got punished because we gave a red penalty very late on in the penalty area. I honestly don't know how we didn't score, quite frankly, because we really should have scored at least 1 goal in this game, but we didn't. We lose 2-0 against Fiorentina, who we've actually not done well against in the last 7 encounters, apparently. So, not great to do this against our fierce rivals, is it now? It was like the North London derby equivalent for us, and that's how big losing to them is. And it hurts. It really hurts. The next game we had is against Bologna. We took the lead inside 11 minutes because Viatina scores. Again, he's good. I don't know how many goals he's got this season. I literally cannot remember. But he got a goal. But unfortunately for us, Bologna draw against us again because they equalised with this effort from Villar. No, Cabrini, sorry. Villar gets the assist. I honestly couldn't remember who scored, but yeah, Cabrini scores the equalising goal. I was heartbroken because it meant that we didn't beat Bologna in any game this year, that they had to come from behind against us. The fact that they did it twice is interesting, and the fact that it took us going to 9 minutes in the last encounter to get an equaliser last time tells me that yeah, maybe I should be a bit disappointed we couldn't do better this time around, especially at home. We then went to Frosinone and we were behind inside 9 minutes after that header was in, Lucchesi with the finish. Then this goal goes in, and you know things are against you when these kind of goals goes in. Bonatti shoots, hits the post, and it's hit the keeper at the back, and it's gone off the keeper's back, and it's now 2-0. Then they make it 3, and Bermoni with the finish. I don't know what's happened to our side, but with 3-0 down at half-time, we do get a goal back from this corner. Viatina with a very powerful ball across to find Francisco Dai, who scores his first goal since he broke his leg. And it was not enough to do anything about it because we still lost by 3-1. And quite frankly, this was slightly embarrassing because we lost to Frosinone, who are bottom of the table and already relegated. So yeah, already relegated and we're losing by this sort of scoreline. Doesn't really do well for me, does it? At least we made up for it in the next match when we took on Empoli, because when we drew against them last time, or we lost against them, I can't remember what we did, but we went ahead inside 11 minutes after Lenzi scored the opening goal, 11 minutes in. Then 22 minutes in, he's on the act again. Ayalu with the ball cross. It's found Mangoni. He finds Lenzi. Lenzi scores 2 goals in the first 22 minutes for him, his 3rd of the season. And then we get a goal very later on in the 93rd minute of the game. Rossi finds JLABTV, and then this happens. You know, I felt bad for them because that kind of goal is never pleasant to watch. It was a horrifying mix-up, and I just feel sorry for any team that suffers it. I really do. Wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. Okay, maybe Juventus, but that's beside the point. We then hosted Lazio in the next match, and we had saved the penalty by this point already. Avamides' shot is saved by the keeper, only to go to Pablo Roberto, or to Paulo Roberto, and yeah, he scores, make it 1-0. 90 minutes in, we've gone very attacking because I've got nothing to lose. They score again. It's Paulo Roberto again. He also missed the penalty, and yeah, it's just one of those games where nothing is going right for you. It really isn't. I was a bit disappointed with this result, I'm not going to lie. But I wasn't concerned because our next opponent meant we should surely win, right? It's Genoa next time, who are 17th place. We definitely can beat them. I have never felt more anger than I did with this own goal scored. It was very unlucky for Sean. We do equalise in the 55th minute game, so I'm thinking, okay, we're going to get a point. We need to win. All we need to do is win here to secure European... We just need to win to get European football. But Stefansson's header beat us. We lost when all we needed to do was beat 17th place Genoa. 17th place Genoa. And we couldn't... We lost. And I'm so annoyed. I was so annoyed because Fiorentina and Roma drew. They were playing each other and they drew. All we needed to do was win this and we didn't. And now we have to beat AC Milan, having lost 3 in the last 4 matches, just to get out of the situation. Fortunately, Bologna host Roma. Unfortunately, Bologna have lost their last 3 matches. And Roma have, well, not been great themselves. They've only got 2 wins in the last 5 matches. But they only need a point for us to drop points against AC Milan, who are in 14th place. And honestly, just hoping they don't lose their 18th again this season, in what is another difficult season for AC Milan in the save. Fiorentina have Sampdoria. I know Sampdoria have not lost in the last 3 matches, but this is one of those games where they're not going to do well, is it? It's just infuriating. Juventus are the champions, there's no question about it. Napoli have actually overturned Bologna in the last several games, with Bologna just literally capitulated, and they were unbeaten for 18 games at the beginning of the year, and now they just capitulated and couldn't do anything to save their lives. That's great. Napoli get the top 4. Lazio are 3rd, but could drop down to 4th if Napoli continue their run of form and Lazio don't get points today against... Oh, it's Napoli. That's convenient. That's very convenient for their 3rd place fight. And Inter's 2-year reign of dominance has come to an end at the hands of Juventus, who are looking to, pick up the pace again. It feels like last couple of years have been 2 by 2 by 2. And if Juventus win this year, next year, it will literally continue. So it's going to be 2 different champions in the last, 20 years? Okay, maybe Napoli has been there every night again, but the last 15 years, it's just been Inter and Juventus win the title. I don't like it anymore. I'd like to be able to say we can beat them, but I don't think we can stop them anytime soon. I'm just focusing on trying to get European football again. I mean, we already got a top 8 finish. That's great. I love the fact we got a top 8 finish. Oh, also the Frozen Only game. That was my 1000th game in charge. And yeah, it's not a great way to celebrate my 1000th game in charge, is it now? No, not at all. Still, this is our 1004th game in charge, and this is AC Milan. And if we win, it will be the 4th time in Europe. I think it's we got 6th place in the first time, 5th place the second time, and 7th place the last time. We've never finished higher than 5th. We could finish as high as 6th, but finish as low as 8th. We've finished in 8th place before, and that was a nice season. I just want to avoid finishing in 8th place because it means we're in the first round of Coppa Italia, but we're not in Europe, and I want that European money. And also, I just want to keep my players because I feel like if we don't get European football, we're going to have some worries of players wanting to leave us, even if we are considered the 14th best team in the squad. I don't want to risk the chance of losing players because they want European football, yeah? Especially with Di Luigi now officially being confirmed as a wonder kid. Yeah, it's actually officially happened. He's officially being called by the media a wonder kid. I need to keep him. I absolutely need to keep him. I gave him a new deal. The problem was I can only give him a 3-year deal, not a 5-year deal. So he's only here until 2048. So if we have a bad season or don't get into Europe this year, then we might not be able to get him for his 18th birthday because he needs to turn 18 for me to give him a 5-year or 6-year deal. It's ridiculous. I don't like it, but it's the case. And hopefully we get into Europe, he won't want to leave us because I need European football to keep my best players around. I really do. So anyway, big stakes for this game. If we don't win, we stand a chance of missing out on European football together. And I don't think we'll have the best record against us. I think we drew against them twice, so it's results between teams or goal difference between the two of us that will do it. Fiorentina have no quarries. They got 4 points off us this year, so I don't want to risk that situation. And in fact, I don't know what the record is against Roma, to be honest with you. So let's check this actually while I'm thinking about this. What is your record against Roma? Oh, the draw. It's literally the draws. It's literally the draw machines. Okay, we've literally all drawn against each other, apart from us and Fiorentina, which means that we've already finished Boston, which is not great. Okay, this is kind of more important than I expected it to be. So, we need to beat AC Milan desperately. Oh yes, Margiotta can also play as an inverted winger now. That's actually a thing. I don't know when it happened. I didn't think he'd pick it up this quickly, but he's already this good. I mean, I might have absolutely shafted him with his potential now, but he can definitely play there. And I might honestly send him out on loan still, even if by on an opponent basis. And he wants first team football, so I'll give him first team football today. And if we need to make some changes, Napoli's on the bench. And that's great because we've got some moves that we can make. Ayulu's also slightly injured, so he won't be playing today. I am not going to take the risk, even if it says 75 minutes today. But yeah, admittedly, team is this. Vittorizzi in goal, Di Luigi, Polino, Brunet, and Ashan in defence. Rossi in the DM position, Calandra and Conte in midfield, Margiotta and Abot on the wings, and Viatina at front. So, let's see how we do today. We need to get something better than this because I am concerned we're going to screw this up. Please don't screw this up. I don't want to feel sorry for myself. I really don't. Okay, they got a throw very early on inside the first 8 minutes. We'll get the ball away, but only as far as Paulie. Here's Eric, and I am concerned about this now. As Krasik fades it into Sulik. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, he's at the post. That should have been a goal. Should have scored. I'm concerned here because I've already got another chance. Eric on the ball. I think our bad run of form is just going to come back to bite us. It feels like it's always a problem at the end of the year for us. We seem to have very bad issues with containing our run of form towards the end of the year. What is that? Who is it? Margios is not going anywhere. No. Okay, this is better from us, but Margios is just pelts the ball forward with no plan in mind. This is bad. Especially when they have a chance like that and they score. Alright. We are relying on results between other teams now, which is not great. Milan have a free kick. The worst part is Marcus actually had a good game. And Roma are 3-0 up now. Okay. It's now 2-0 to Milan. And yeah. Yeah, this is going badly, isn't it? We need Santor to actually do something. Highlight straight from kickoff. I just realized I haven't taken Calandra off his tackles. So, yay. Let's do that now. Brunet finds Calandra. I've just literally buried the team. And Calandra's literally straight on kickoff. Straight from kickoff. It was our own kickoff. And we give the ball. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely... It's one of those games where the things that can go against you, everything's going against you. And I cannot remember the side doing this badly against AC Milan. Ever. This is embarrassing. I am just embarrassed right now. Free kick to Milan. We've gone for a 4-2-3 formation now. It's 4-0 now. Well, I think we can't really do anything in this game. This is painful. This is actually painful. I've tried being the bad guy here. I think it's not working. I've read the die. Ball to Viat. Why is this working now? That's his 40th goal for us, but in the league. But why is it working now? I swear we make it 4-2. I'm going to look like an absolute moron for not going for this formation sooner. We're going for wingbacks too. Calandra on the ball. Die. Margiotta. Oh my god, Manconi has a chance. They got the ball away, and now they're going to have a counter-attack going. Caio Henrique. Honjisu on the ball. Looking for his hat-trick. He's not going to get it, is he? Instead, he's going to get an assist because Mourinho gets his first ever goal. The worst part is, Fiorentina haven't even won. They're only drawing. That's the worst part. They're not even winning. And AC Milan down to 10 minutes at the end of the day. What on earth happened to this team? This is so much better. We're so much better than this. We lost by 5-1. Just what do we do? How can I look at this and think, well, that's a good season? We finished 3 places above than we did last year, but I'm just annoyed we missed out on European football. We had a chance to get European football, but we literally blew it away with one of the most embarrassing results I can remember us having. This is an AC Milan side that is down in 14th place. 15th place. Calgary won too. This is the worst part. If AC Milan had not won, they would have been down in 15th or something. If we'd beaten them, they would have been down in 15th. And the fact that Sampdoria couldn't even beat Fiorentina and they literally held them to a 0-0 draw, it's just the worst part. Stupidly bad end of the season. What a waste of my time this was in the end. Let's go with the season review and just... I'm going to be moody. I apologize. I'm going to be a bit angry about this. We won the Under-20s Cup though, so I guess that's something, but... Alright. Let's see how many players want to leave now. As we get 9.34 million. They're happy. They're still happy with the season though, but I'm just disappointed with the fact that we got destroyed so handily. We lost 4 of the last 5 games. If that doesn't tell you where we lost the season, where we lost the chance to get in European football, I don't know what does. Because we really should have been a top 7 team this year. We literally had it in our hands, yet we blew it away with so stupidly bad results. I mean, Frosinone are in 19th place, we lost to them 3-1. Genoa, 17th place, lost 2-1. Some of these results just really annoy me. And it makes me wonder where on earth this came from. Like, why is this form happening now? Is it because I just didn't change the tactics enough? Or is it because I just didn't tinker enough? Am I meant to just accept this with a happy smile on my face as if, oh, we'll be better next year, guys. Don't worry, we'll be good. When we literally should have taken it now. Not blow it away like a bunch of imbeciles, honestly. And this is still a team grow, mind you. I know we're expected to only finish in 14th place. I know that. But we literally had everything in our control, in our own hands, and we still blew it. We still blew it. Yes, AC Milan on the day should be third in the table. They have literally got the third best team in the country. I know that. But that still doesn't excuse the fact we were so poor. It really doesn't. What a horrid end of the season. Honestly. We've well and truly bottled it. We honestly have. We literally had so many games we should be winning and we bottled this chance to get European football this year. I'm just going to go forward and pretend this doesn't happen after the season. I really am. The worst part is, we got confetti coming down from the sky as if we had achieved the greatest thing ever, but I don't feel like I can celebrate. We sold some players, let go a load of, actually mostly just let go a load of these players, but yeah. Benedetti went to Sydney, Babini went to Mestre, Maffa took Togni of all players, Marcella went to Spezia, Brazzoni went to AEK, he did okay, and Malika went to Modena, while Olivier went to Lecce. Pavon and Ranzato still haven't got a club yet, which means I wouldn't be surprised if they retire at some point in the season. Loans out, we had a load of them. But Castellozzo also did really well, as there's Bonlian. Zolci did okay, with a 7.10 rating in Serie B. Maioni did it really well, 6 goals and 1 assist in 16. Natali did okay at Taranto, as did Ferry. He got 16 goals. Oh my god. He got 16 goals from attacking midfield. How did he do that? Schuffer went to Alessandro. Jensen didn't have a good loan spell. He didn't play a lot of games, so that's disappointing. Lostievo went to Pisa, did okay. Ike did alright, as did Caro, but he only played 11 times. Bonacina did okay, 43 appearances. DiBiase also was alright. Piazza, Pazzini, Messina, and Basanti, not great spells, were they? Okay, so void relegation was all they wanted us to do. We got top half finished. We should have been, honestly, getting a top 10. We got a top 10, but I wanted a top 7 finish, and we missed out on Europe again. Disappointing. This run of form, though, where we just looked unbeatable, this is what annoys me so much, because we literally had that. And then this run of form at the end, 3 wins in the last 10, I think it is. 3 wins in the last 11 games. We really should have been doing more. And for me, that's the worst part, because we literally had it. And if we had it, we would have been fine. But we literally lost to Fiorentina, and that's literally what cost us. Effectively, though I honestly will say, the draw against Empoli, the defeat against Genoa, the defeat against Frosinone, that hurts more. As well as the 4-0 defeat against Sampdoria, which is the first defeat we had in a long time. We beat Genoa earlier in the season as well, which is the annoying part. We beat Frosinone as well, which again is annoying. And yeah, some of these defeats that come in that just didn't feel good. Spal I'm not so upset about, because it actually looks like they're going to fight for Europe at one point, so I'm not so upset about that. If anything, they had a worse collapse than we did. Coppa Italia, 4th quarterfinal round, sub duel, no. Just no. Biggest win, 4-0 against Napoli. The moment to remember was the 3-2 victory against Genoa, which we almost threw away as well, which is annoying. And the Mapelli goal against Juventus was the goal of the season, which was nice. Finances, we lost some money in a lot of places, like sponsorship, broadcast revenue, corporate hospitality, prize money, and matchday commercial retail. We lost money there. Sponsorship, we're looking good because we made 1.69 million and 638,000 of that was abroad, so that's about 1 million domestically. We sold 10,313 shirts. Mapelli, a bot, Valentino, Calandra, and Mangoni with the highest shirt sales. Reputation stays the same, a 4-star for us. And how we lined up was this. I thought, okay, there are some things that worked, but other things that didn't. I might need to think of the roles a little bit because I think the fullbacks should be in wing-back positions. It'll leave us a bit more open, but that's what I use there for, to cover the defenders. Brunette will not be the first choice goal defender, I think, this next year. I think Zochi will take his place because I think Zochi is actually the better player and has the better potential. And Polino, again, one of our better players. Mapelli was the best player in terms of overall rating. The fact our best goal scorer only got 12 goals is a slight disappointment, but Corello, again, wasn't great. 6.62 rating. Not great, but he's still 17. He has room to grow. And Mapelli, the club legend, was the fan player of the year. Young player of the season was Polino. And Mapelli got the goal of the year. Valentino got the most goals of 12. Mapelli with 9 assists. He also got 4 player of the match awards and a 7.0 rating. And Ayalu got 54 passes per 90, which is fine. We got no awards at all. Nothing at all to be celebrating about there. So, I don't know. It says fantastic season. I don't feel like it's a fantastic season, quite frankly, which is a little annoying. The fact that only 2 of our players here are still even doing things is actually, as coaches, nice. DiBiase wants to be a manager. If I try to hire this guy, he'd want to be an assistant manager. I can't justify that. I really can't. So he's not going to get anything from me. Most of these players now have retired outright. And yeah, Rokas is actually got a new picture now. But yeah, he went to Lithuania, got 20 goals and 75 appearances. Didn't do much else for himself after that. But for the most part, we're okay. We're quiet but leaky. That's annoying. And passive. But I hate this. I hate the fact that our actual position was 2 places lower than we expected to be. We got 1 goal more and less than a point more than expected, but we're still 2 points lower than expected. So annoying. So annoying. Club vision, the vet players using the youth system. Can I get rid of the sign players thing? I don't like it. High tempo pressing football, I do anyway. Build a new stadium. Build a new stadium. Oh, okay. They want me to avoid a relegation fight. I can do that. I can establish, which is fine. We can do that. Can I get rid of this? You really want me to keep... No. I don't... Oh, for goodness. I'm not going to bother. I'm not going to bother. But building a new stadium, that is promising. Given that is very, very promising. Let's talk to the players. We're going to talk to them to say, not top half, mid-table. We can avoid a fight. Yes, do that. You're right. We can squash all talks of relegation battles. Yes. Love it. Love it. Let's do that. I'm not going to make any promises because I don't feel like it. Lindsay wants more promises. Yeah, I know. Thank you. He'll be playing some more from the bench. But yeah, the broken leg for Diet definitely hurts him. I'm going to have to get rid of some players. Alberto's definitely going to go. I'm deciding that now. Can we go to Uruguay? No. Okay. Let's go to Denmark instead. Why not? Let's go to Denmark. Oh, Balnet scored his first goal in the aggregate win. Oh, okay. That's actually a thing that's happening, isn't it? So we'll see what happens there. Bello was the player of the year. And manager of the years? Yes, you are seeing some of these names correctly. That's actually the same player. It is the same person, as you are seeing. Dijan is actually the manager of Roma, and he finished above us in the league. I actually might just give it to him just because he actually did do well. They're only expected to be in 11th place too, so I'll give it to him. And I give it to him again. I'm not going to give it to Sal because I don't want to give it to a manager of Juventus, but I think the Roman manager deserves it, and... Let me know if you think we bottled this or not, because I think we might have done. Bertie will definitely let go. He's not interested in signing a new deal. He's slightly concerned. He wants to leave. And honestly, set for release. Goodbye. You're not staying with us anymore. He's 6'6", but he's not good enough for us right now. Oh, Vitin also got that. Here we go. We're going to build a new stadium. I mean, we've only got 300 million, so we don't need investors, really, don't we? And apparently the reason we did it was because they at Siena need to accommodate a bigger crowd due to high demands of tickets at the home matches. It will not be a smooth process, but sometimes before... I like the fact we're even talking about this. I mean, we've got a transfer budget of 200 million and a wage budget of 3.1 million. Oh, I just realized we got 2.4 million extra in the wage budget. We've got 368 million. I almost feel like giving a save out just because I want to see what you guys do with it. But I'm not going to right now. So let's look at this. Facilities, 270,770 seater stadium. I don't mind that. I think now we've definitely got to keep going until the stadium's built just because it's actually there. I did ask a few times during the season if we can get a new stadium or not, but they said no. I guess this is why. They've literally been planning this for a bit. So the fact we got a new stadium on its way is promising. I want to see how big it can be. It's only taken us 24 seasons in our tenure, 25 seasons in the save to actually get a new stadium. But yeah, this is promising, isn't it? Also, yes, 1,004 matches. Our goal division is only 169. It's only, yeah, as if it's a small total. Doesn't feel right, does it? But there you go. Oh, also random, I just forgot about this, but Rosso did not leave us in the end. He didn't get the job at Chiva Verona, so it's a little disappointing, but what can you do? Wait, I'm being asked about Polino getting an international call-up. If he can get it, that would be cool. We've also got Castelluzzo also now being considered a Serie B talent, which is actually very promising to say the least. Huh. I hadn't realised he was 4.5 stars for us now, and that he is wanted by Derby, Sheffield United and West Ham. He's not going anywhere, so you can all bugger off. I mean, he's a 4-star for me, but in centre-back, but not 5-star. We're not sending him. So despite finishing in just 6th place in the Premier League, Newcastle have retained the Champions League title. They've pretty much done a Nottingham Forest, really, haven't they? Win 1 year, then not win the league title in the next 2 years, but win the Champions League instead. Newcastle are just one of those teams, and to say that are just really interesting, and I don't know what to make of it, but it's cool to see them still retaining the Champions League trophy, isn't it? At least I think so. Unless you're a Sunderland fan, which means you probably hate this situation. But yeah, Newcastle, Champions League winners again. Also, Reading got 2nd place in the Premier League, so interesting things are happening in that division. It really is. Oh, and Chelsea only finished 17th. Oh my God. No way. Oh my God, they almost got relegated. I mean, 5 points is not a lot, but that is still closer than I was expecting it to be. I'm going to be honest with you. Okay, so we are actually at the end of the season now. We know everything has happened that we need to know about. We know Frosinone and Empoli all go down. We lost to Frosinone and drew against Empoli at one point, so still on my mind. Still on my mind that 5-1 defeat. Teams that are going up are going to be Parma, Benevento, and Brescia. Benevento already been linked to Villatina, who I've just given a 5-year contract because I don't want to lose him. Chiva Verona, Vicenza, Lecce, and Siena have all gone down, so that's a thing. Subto will actually beat in the final for the chance to go up, so the team that beat us in the Coppa Italia almost went up. They actually gave away a 2-goal lead to Brescia, who came and won 3 in the second leg. So yay. In the Liga Pro Leagues, Juventus under 23s have been promoted as champions in their group, while Ascoli and Grosseto have gone up. So my affiliates and one of my first ever affiliates and one of my main rivals have all gone up. That's interesting, right? Very interesting to say the least. And the other team that went up were Salernitana. So yeah, that's a thing that's happened. And the fact that none of my affiliates have gone down in the Italian league is interesting, and the fact that Gabriel Ferri, the player I sent on loan to Taranto, is the 2nd highest goal scorer in the division despite being an attacking midfielder. How on earth have you got 16 goals? Okay, you've got 6 penalties, but even so, that is more than I was expecting. I didn't realize he could get that sort of figures, and yet he's rubbish for me. You can keep him if you want. Honestly, I'm going to let him go at the end of the year. But yes, that's the thing that's happening. Also, our scout, Nathan Palexki, is wanted. I never really introduced you to my staff, did I? That's a thing I've just realised I've never done. I got him with MK Dons this year. He's a real person and he looks really good for a scout. Also, I might have also brought a former player of mine as a staff member. Dave Roper is the first of stuffings I brought in as a performance analysis. I brought in Josh Morris from Cardiff City to be a recruitment analysis, even though I don't recruit players. I brought Oliver Kirk as a scout who is apparently wanted by Frankfurt. Yay! Yay. I also brought Eduardo Berciano as a physio, under 18s. Pretty good at his job, I think. We also brought Diane Goring as an under 20 physios, who is also now wanted by Lazio. Of course she is. Head physio of Yeovil before we took her, and yeah, she's good at her job. We also brought Ross Godwin as an under 20s physio. Again, really good at his job. And we've also just brought in Adile Fofana to replace Fantozzi as the under-18s coach. He's looking to improve his coaching badges and get better, so I think he can get better. Also gets us knowledge of Ivory Coast, so that's nice to say the least too. Either way though, I'm going to end this here. I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves, hope you guys like and share this video, and that you subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out a lot. But anyway, until next time, goodbye and well, good night.